I don't hear nothing. Do we got the button down?
All right, welcome everyone to Everyday People, and I am your host, Jesus Washington, and today I have a phenomenal special guest, and my special guest is Derrick Smith, and most of you don't know who Derrick Smith is, but today you're gonna get to know him, and you're gonna get to learn a lot about Derrick. And Derrick is, mashallah, the senior engineer of WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And today you guys are going to get to know him and know more about him. He doesn't just engineer, he does many things. But I did want to point out to everyone that this is the man that taught me how to do engineering on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. So we're going to, and I also, just before we start, I wanted to say congratulations to our governor, Gretchen, for winning the election. So we all came together, we all made it happen, and everyone voted for the right causes and the right purpose, and for her we're going to see change, and there has been a lot of change ever since she's been in office, and so let's go ahead and also vote for her to be president in 2024. All right, so Mr. Derrick, yalla, let's talk about you. Tell us about your childhood. Let's start with that.
Well, my childhood, I grew up on the west side of Detroit. I grew up with both of my parents. I have two brothers, and my father was a musician, and he played drums at his church. So my parents met at church. So, and then
Was it a love story?
yeah, it's a love story.
Wow.
So my father was playing the drums, and my mother was singing in the choir.
Wow.
So that's how they met. So they got married, and a year later I was born. And so
But you're the eldest?
yes, I'm the oldest.
Oh wow, okay, the leader of the family, mashallah.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is where you get your music talent from. So we're
Yes.
gonna get deep into that.
Okay.
But first, I wanted to talk about your school. Where did you go to school?
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
Like I said, I grew up on the west side of Detroit. I was born on the east side, but I grew up on the west side of Detroit. For elementary, I went to Cordis Elementary. Then for middle school, I went to Noble Middle School. And then for high school, I went to David McKenzie. After high school, I went to University of Michigan. Went there for 2 years.
You went to University of Michigan?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I got in Michigan off academics, but I went there for basketball. So I walked on as I tried to walk on as a player on there, but I got cut. So
Wow.
so I left Michigan, and then I transferred to Wayne State University. I stayed there for about a semester. Then I just stopped altogether doing school. And so then I started doing producing from home.
So when did that start? Like, how old were you when you first started producing?
I was about 20, in my 20s.
Like, what kind of producing were you doing?
Well, Fruity Loops had just came out. So
What is it?
Fruity Loops. That's the program that I used.
Uh-huh.
So I started playing around with that. And so at the time when Fruity Loops came out, the top producers out was Just Blaze and Kanye West. So my music back then was like copying off them. So I was like making soul samples and making beats like that. So
Would you say they're like your inspiration?
yes.
Wow. Oh, okay. So in your 20s you started like producing, like was it like music or?
Yeah, I was producing music. Different people in my neighborhood would try to rap on my beats and different stuff like that. But the program I used is like real like generic, so the sounds wasn't as fuller as the sounds is now. So a lot of my beats would sound like video game music. So people in my neighborhood would say I was a video game producer.
A video game producer?
Yeah.
That was the reputation you have for yourself?
Yeah.
All right. So, let's talk about what jobs you did before you got to this point in time in life.
Okay. Well, in high school, I started out working at McDonald's.
Mhm.
I did that for a summer job. Then when I got to college, I was a kindergarten reading teacher.
Really?
Yes, I was teaching kindergartners how to read and stuff.
Wow.
So in between classes, not in between classes, but after I get out of classes, I will teach at a elementary school, Perry Nursery School, and it's an elementary school. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Mhm.
So I was doing that work studying while I was at Michigan.
Ah. And how, like, okay, so I heard your music, right?
Mm.
And it's very, very, like, diverse. Like, you don't just, like, have, like, one, like, you don't just, like, produce
One
beats.
sound.
Yeah, one sound, like, for, like, one type of group. It's, like, it's very, like, international, I feel.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? You know what I mean? What makes you think like that to produce those types of beats?
Well, growing up, I used to listen to a lot of different music. So by me being in church, of course, I listen to gospel. But my father, he grew up listening to funk. So I would listen to George Clinton. I would listen to Jimi Hendrix. I would listen to a lot of different stuff. My mother was into more R&B, so she would listen to Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, stuff like that. And then as I got older, I started listening to rap music, so that's where all the different sounds came from. And then as I got older and older, I started listening to R&B and jazz, and different stuff like that, rock.
So, like, growing up with, like, were your parents, like, strict? You know what I mean? Like, religiously strict?
Yes, but like for rap music, they would let
Yeah,
me.
that was
They would let me listen. Well, the first rap music I would listen to was like MC Hammer and stuff like that, little commercial music like Kid and Play, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I started drawn to gangster rap. But my parents, they allowed me to listen to gangster rap, but they said I couldn't listen to it outside. Out loud. So I had to put headphones on and listen to it.
So just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, so I started like being in high school when gangster rap was getting real popular. So Dr. Dre and NWA and stuff like that caught my attention. So then I started making music like that.
Yes. Are we gonna hear something?
Yeah.
I want to hear I want to hear like 5 different samples of like different genres. You know what I mean? Different beats.
Different beats.
Yes, let's give our beautiful audience that are always supporting us each week a taste of what you have, what you're working with, and what you're producing out here.
Okay. Hopefully our engineer has the button up.
So when I heard your beats,
Mm-hmm.
I was very like amused by like how you capture like the sounds of how like different, you know how like different people like tune into different sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and you literally create sounds to like satisfy every single person out here.
Yes.
And not only that, it's not just music. You do like commercial samples, all types of samples.
Yes. Okay, well, this beat I'm about to play is called Detroit Made Me. It's one of my favorite beats, one of my first beats I started on this program. The program I used was Logic. It's free.
Yalla, Derrick is sharing valuable information for those of you who want to do producing out here. The softwares that he uses.
Yeah, the programs I use is Logic and Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. I love Fruity Loops. Kidding. left near a girl, you came in.
Okay.
So we missed each other by a second. But then we met each other again. Another sound.
Okay.
So what were you going in through your head when you're producing these beats?
Sometimes what give me inspiration. I could be listening to a song, and I could hear a sound that I like, and I try to mimic that sound, and then create a new sound, a new idea from that sound I just heard. Or I could be watching a movie, and I could be like in my head, like scoring the scene that I just seen or whatever. Or video games. And a lot of things inspire me when I make music.
Wow. So it's like something that you see, and then okay, so like the beats, like with the beats like be in your head. You know what?
Yeah.
Like you hear the beats in your head.
Yeah, I hear them in my head, but sometimes they don't come out exactly the way I want them in my head because of the programs that I use, because the sounds is different from what is in my head. So whatever sounds I use on the computer, it may come out different, but majority of the time is what I want it to be though.
Yes, and I also want you to create me a beat for my show.
Okay.
When is that gonna happen, Derrick?
Anytime you want to.
Anytime I want.
Okay, the name of this beat is called Backlash.
Backlash.
It was titled after a wrestling pay-per-view I was watching. So this sounds like background music, theme music to a wrestler coming to the ring. SoundCloud is Dirty DB. Yeah.
Yep, make sure you check out Derrick Smith, and so he can produce you some sounds. And I know you're working on a lot of projects, right?
Yes, I'm working on an instrumental album. I'm releasing
And where do you see yourself doing it that way? Do you work with artists?
the right people to take my music to ran into
Alright, and do you have I feel like you have like a beat for every event.
Yes, I try to. Okay, here's a let's see.
So do you do like international beats? You know how like they have like Indian music, Arabic music,
Yeah.
like just different types of
Okay, I
international.
could play that song I tried to give you before.
Oh yeah, play that one.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Find it.
Only on Everyday People. We have unique guests with multi talents, and they
I
do
think
so
it's
many
time for the
things.
commercial.
Is this for the commercial?
Mhm.
Let's see. Well, it is. Well, you are right on time, you Derrick. You are watching Everyday People live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all top social media platforms. Make sure you like and you follow, you share, you comment, and you subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. And thank you to our sponsor, Pink Cab Express. And if you would like to be a sponsor on Everyday People, you can hit this Cash App, capital J 112233W. And thank you so much for being a part of Everyday People, and thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for always watching different guests that come on my show. And today's day is for Derrick Smith, the phenomenal engineer and the multi-talented human in this world. So I wanted to talk about a lot of people like know you from like behind the scenes, right? But they don't know you personally.
Right.
And you do many things.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're a big sports fan.
Yes.
And as far as sports go, can you tell everybody what you do?
Well, I'm a big Piston fan. I've been a Piston fan since 1989. Ever since they won the first championship, I've been a fan of them. What made me a fan of them is the love they was getting. Like when they first won, it's like everywhere I was going, it was like everybody had something Piston wear, Piston outfit on, or Piston T-shirt, or Piston hat, and then one of the first players I met was John Sally.
You met him?
Yes, I met him. He was in my neighborhood. He was like at a Rite Aid.
He was at Rite Aid?
He was at Rite Aid. It was like a meet and greet.
Uh-huh.
So everybody from the neighborhood ran up there to go meet John Sally, and I got to shake his hand. But I didn't get an autograph, though.
No autograph?
No.
Why you Derrick? You didn't get autograph?
No.
You said,
No.
Because he wasn't giving autographs, or you just wasn't
I think
thinking
he
about
was, but I didn't have anything at the time to get autographs, so that's why I didn't get it. But I learned my lesson from that. So every time I run into somebody, I try to get an autograph or at least a picture or something with them.
it? You know what I did at a point in my life?
What?
I used to take dollar bills and put my signature on it and just give it to people.
Oh, man.
I was like, one day this will be valuable. It's just not today.
Okay.
But that's what I did.
Okay.
All right, so I know you have a lot of stories about meeting. Did you meet more players? Like,
Oh yeah, I met
in the
lots
sports?
of players over the years. Met Jerry Stackhouse. Met Ben Wallace.
You met Ben Wallace?
Met Ben Wallace.
Where you met Ben Wallace, mashallah?
I met him at the stadium one time because I used to be a season ticket holder.
Uh-huh.
So season ticket holders, they get to go inside the stadium ahead of time. So a lot of times you go ahead of time. You run into the players in the hallway or on courtside. They might be shooting around. So I ran into a lot of players that way.
Huh. And you never told them your story that you were going to play basketball.
Oh,
You never got into that?
Oh, and where?
Like when you met those different people.
Oh no, I never talked about it.
You never talked about it?
When I was at University of Michigan, I was in the class with Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford?
Yeah, he's a famous basketball player. We was in the class together, and we tried out at the same time for U of M. He made it, obviously, but also that was the year Robert Traylor was leaving, and he got to watch me play, and he said I could play.
Wow. Derrick is like, okay, is like you're known as like this quiet behind the scenes man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you've done phenomenal things and you're so humble about everything that you did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, looking at you, you can't really tell that you did what you did.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I had to have you on my show to talk about all of this,
Okay, yeah.
so people can get to know you even more.
Mhm.
Yella, tell us more secrets about you. You did?
More secrets?
More
Okay.
secrets.
Well, I'm a deacon in my church.
Really? A deacon? Habibi,
yes.
that's the highest form.
Not the highest. A minister is the highest. A
Well,
pastor.
that's like underneath the...
Yes, it's right hand.
Right hand,
pastor.
yeah, right hand. That's what it is.
Right. Also, I play the drums for my church. I pick up people from my church, and I'm a trustee at my church.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean you pick up people at your church?
If anybody need rides, I go get them.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
You just give people rides?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I do the same thing. I would like to go to church.
Okay.
Man, you do a lot of stuff here,
Yeah.
Derrick. And you do this every weekend?
Yep, every weekend.
So somebody who doesn't have a ride, you just go pick them up and you take them to church?
Yeah.
Wow. And you just like don't complain about it. You just do it because you just have to do it.
Yeah, no, that's my calling. to
That's
help
your
out.
calling.
Yeah.
To help out. Man, that's amazing. A lot of people complain about doing the little stuff, but you do it without a sweat.
Right. Well, I asked God to give me patience, so He give me patience and understanding. So.
All right. So so I know you were a part of like didn't you do like events like at like sports events?
The sports events, it was like mostly just going into the home openers and like they would have autograph signings or open practices. I would go meet the players there and stuff like that.
Oh. All right. Now let's talk about the big part of you.
Okay.
Your father.
Yes.
Yalla, let's talk about your beautiful daughters.
Yes.
I didn't even know until I saw them
Okay.
on my birthday.
I'm a father of two daughters, Maya and Angel.
Maya, Angel.
Maya. I'm an uncle also. My niece, Deanna.
Hey, Deanna. I hope they're watching.
They should be watching.
Yes. And I know it takes like a lot of work to raise daughters.
Yes.
So what was your opinion about you know how they came up with Roe, and how it was gonna affect your daughters? What was your thinking about that?
How they would.
Like the Roe, you know, like how
my
they
Roe.
came with like the abortion.
Oh,
What's your thoughts on that? Having daughters, you know what I mean?
yeah. It's up to them. I'm a male, so I don't have no say on women's bodies. So.
Right.
All right. So.
But did you want anybody to have a say on your, you know, like your daughter's bodies and stuff? You know what I mean?
No,
like
no,
somebody
no.
making like a bigger decision on what your daughter should.
Oh no, I voted against that.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. Well, thank you very much for this one. Yes, and like, how do you keep up with like how do you have like life and work balance?
It's a struggle. Me working a job and coming here to work on a couple of days and then balancing church and social life. It's a task, but I get it done.
For sure.
Mm.
And so what's your next steps? So what do you plan on doing?
My next steps. Right now, I'm currently enrolled in school to learn tech support. Learning computers, how to take them apart and put them together.
For real?
Yes.
Wait, how to like build a computer?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a program that you go into to learn how to take apart computers and put it back together.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. How do you have like the niche to do that? You know what I mean?
Well, growing up, I just love computers. I love putting things together. Anytime any family member or friend, they would buy anything to put together, like a bookcase, and they always come to me and say, "Here, put this together." So that was my major, like engineering.
So you were the tech guy for your family.
Yeah, I was a tech guy.
And now this became a bigger picture. Now you're doing tech for WJZZ Cool TV.
Yes.
It went from family to public.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it. I was given an opportunity by Roger and his son.
Same here.
I met his son at Marygrove College, and
Wait, he was going to Marygrove too?
yeah, he's going to Marygrove.
Oh, okay. So the both of you were going to Marygrove together?
Yep. So I met him, and so he told me that his father took over on WJZZ. So he asked me, did I want to come in and help them out? And so I said, yeah, I'll come in and help. So I've been there ever since. Been there about a year.
Wow. This was just a year ago.
Yeah.
And things changed.
Mm-hmm.
Life changed?
Yep.
Who did you meet through the station?
I met you. I met many
Thank
other
you.
people, many other great hosts and shows. And, y'all should tune in and watch the shows, especially the shows I engineer. That's
Yes.
on Wednesday
Yalla,
and
tell us
Thursday.
about the shows that you engineer. Which one's the engineer?
I engineer Everyday People.
Woo! Shout out!
I engineer, what's the other shows? Laugh, Talk, Giggle.
Woo! Laugh, talk, and giggle.
I engineer The Blues Factory.
The Blues Factory.
Jazz Spotlight.
Yes.
Entertainment with Kelly.
Yes.
And many other old shows that's not here right now.
All right. So you got to meet a lot of people through the station.
Yes.
Same here. Same here. And I'm gonna ask you a question that somebody from the station asked you. Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Who's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
I don't have a favorite. Derrick, you are always like, how do you say? You are equal.
Equal. Yeah.
You are equal. That's what you are. You're equal.
Fair.
You're fair. Yes, yes. You don't like to like make anyone feel bad or anything. You just like to treat everybody equally.
Right.
So they don't get mad at you or what?
Yeah. I don't want to put them against each other. Though.
Right,
I don't
right.
want them fighting over me.
Yes. Well, I understand that. Okay, so I'm gonna do another station break, and we're gonna continue with Mr. Derrick, the engineer, Derrick Smith, and we're gonna learn more about Mr. Derrick. All right, you are watching Everyday People Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all top social media platforms. Make sure you like, you share, you comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And thank you so much to our sponsor, Pink Cab Express Incorporation. And if you would like to be a sponsor on Everyday People, you can hit this Cash App, capital J 112233, capital W. And thank you so much for tuning in every single Thursday at 5 p.m. to Everyday People with your host, Jesus Washington. All right. Derrick. I have more questions for you, okay? Let me go into my phone. Let me go into my phone.
You want me to play the instrumental that I made for you before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yalla, play it.
This is called Mrs. Washington's theme music.
Mrs. Washington's theme. Yalla. Let's everybody hear this one. And comment. Tell me what you think. Oh, you get those ones.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Make sure you comment. This is the beat that Derrick Smith created for Everyday People. And let me know what you think about this. Make sure you go into the comment section and comment about this. And let us know how you feel about it, how it makes you feel listening to it.
Auxiliary
So just imagine when you first listen to Everyday People, the show first comes on, you have this beat in the background. Now, Derrick, what else you have produced, mashallah?
I produced a gospel CD for my church.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, the whole gospel?
Yeah.
Like just
Well,
beats or like...
I accompany other musicians. We have organists, pianists. I play percussion, so I played the congos and the drums.
Ah. And it was like all live?
Yes, it was live.
For real?
Mhm.
And so like you recorded it while everyone was just like playing live?
Yep.
And how many beats you came up with?
I didn't make the beats. It was music we normally would sing at church, so I was just playing on it. But I created the CD though.
Wow. And how did they announce it to everybody that you did that for them?
They just announced it. They was saying that Brother Smith made a CD. Did anybody want to participate in buying it or listening to it or whatever?
What year was this?
This is what, 2004.
In 2004?
Mm.
Well, Habibi, I was just graduating from high school. What month you did?
Huh? You said what?
What month?
What month?
Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what month.
Wow, 2004.
Mm.
I was literally in 12th grade, Derrick.
Okay.
Wait, you're older than me?
Yes.
Oh, you are? You look so young. I should have known that when you said 1989.
Yeah.
I was 1989. It was like how old are you? I was like 3 years old.
Okay.
I was 3 years old in '89.
I was 9.
You were 9?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not that far apart from each other. But when you produced, wait, hold on, when you did that in '89, I wasn't even in
I
America.
wasn't producing in '89.
No, not producing.
Okay.
When you did what you did in '89,
Mm.
Habibi, I was still back home.
Okay.
I was back home, not home. I was in Israel.
Okay. Okay.
So you're over here listening and creating and just learning, and I was still a baby drinking milk. Mashallah. Okay, so here's another question for you. Do you feel that do you feel the beats that you produce, right? Is like okay. Do you feel like the beats that you produce is like do you create them for different people, or do you create them for you, or when you're first creating them, like what are you thinking about? Like what's the idea in your head when you're creating, producing those beats?
I'm creating them for other people to enjoy, but first, I I would say I create it for myself. If I like it, then I just want to get a reaction from somebody else to see if they like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where do you post your beats?
SoundCloud.
Just SoundCloud?
Yeah.
So anyone can listen to your beats on SoundCloud?
Yes.
And if they want to use your beats, well, what do they do?
They can contact me on SoundCloud or hit my email, dwsmith70@hotmail.com.
All right, you are like self-taught.
Yes.
Like everything that you mostly did was like you just like taught yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you, what's your sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
I love Scorpios. You got a genius sense for real.
My birthday next week.
Oh yeah, well happy birthday to Derrick. Can I sing happy birthday to you?
Oh, sure.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to dear Derrick. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And should we get into how old are you, or?
I'll be 42.
Woo! The best 42, right? Do you feel like I feel like the older I get, the funner I have.
Okay.
You just don't understand. I didn't have as much fun in my 20s and in my teens the way I'm having fun like right now.
Okay.
Is life like the opposite, or is it just normal?
It's basically
Is
normal.
that's how it really goes?
Yeah. it slows down once you get older.
I don't think I'm slowing down. I feel like I'm doing more.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm more involved.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whereas in my 20s, I was just confused. Just really confused out here. I just like didn't understand, you know? But now now that I've reached like an understanding, I feel like the understanding is very important. It's where like I have more structure and more direction and a purpose. Like I'm leading myself with a purpose.
Okay.
Whereas in my 20s, no purpose at all.
Oh,
I was just living to live.
okay.
Living to live. Living to live. And how do you feel at 42? What is it like?
Like what?
Tell me, like, what is it like at 42? Like I know, like mentally, you expand,
Yeah.
right?
Just trying to accomplish things. Try to set a future for my daughters.
Yes. Like generational wealth.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Generational wealth. You should have brought your daughters to the table.
They had school today, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And another question for you. Yalla, tell the audience what else you do, because I know you do more than sports and producing beats and engineering.
I used to draw back in the day.
You used to draw?
Yeah.
What'd you draw?
I would draw characters and did architecture and I do landscaping.
You did architecture?
Yes.
Where?
At school, high school.
What?
I did drafting and different stuff like that.
Wow. And drawings and architect, you just like...
Yeah, drawing blueprints. And,
you did all that?
yeah.
In high school?
Yeah.
What high school? Which Lisa
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, yes. And do they still have those programs where they teach you?
My school is closed now.
La 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 la. It's closed.
All of my schools is closed now.
Yeah.
Except my colleges. But,
And we're after the pandemic or before?
Before then.
Before then, they just like went bankrupt.
I don't know if they went bankrupt. They just closed them down.
Yeah, and that's in the city, right?
Yep.
Mackenzie?
Yeah.
No. Where? Which part?
It's on west side, Wyoming area.
Oh, like a 6 Mile with Nicole?
No, Wyoming and Joy Road.
Oh yeah, over there?
Yeah.
For real? Wow. And so it's like close to Dearborn over there.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. And how do you like take what you learned in life and teach your daughters? Like, how do you install what you learned so far?
Well, right now they're not learning everything I learned, but once their mind develop more, I'll be able to show them more things that I learned.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you involve them in like producing beats with you?
No, they never got involved with that, but they watch me play the drums when I'm at church, and they into that. So they know I like music, and they like music too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do your daughters like sing or anything? It looks like it's in the genes. It's in the family.
They may sing to themselves, but they're not a professional singer.
A professional? Yeah, you'll make them professionally happy. You're a whole producer.
Maybe one day.
Yes, one day. And I wanted another thing to ask you. What is I know you said you're gonna be gone for 3 months to do this program,
Yes.
right? And mashallah, during this time, do you feel like your schedule will change though?
Oh yes, it's gonna change. Cause I went to orientation today, and they was
Today?
yeah, and they was telling me to over the weekend, this will be our last free weekend until the program is over. So they're telling us to send our text messages out to tell everybody bye. We won't see you till February.
I feel like
so-
you're gonna go in hibernation mode on us.
Yeah.
So does it mean I can text you up?
You probably could text me. I might not respond.
You gonna do me like that, Derrick?
I'll respond at a later date, but I probably couldn't respond as quick as I used to.
Yes, and are you gonna teach me some of the skills that you learned?
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah, I want to learn how to break apart a computer, put it back together.
Okay.
I swear I do, for real.
Okay.
That is like an awesome talent to have, actually.
Yeah.
And are they gonna teach you coding and stuff?
Not this class.
Oh, yeah. And so, again, I want you to remind our viewers about how they can reach out to you.
You can reach me at my email, dwsmith70 at hotmail.com. Also, you can hit me up on Facebook, Derrick Smith. You can follow me on Twitter, Derrick S2. That's on Twitter, and on SoundCloud, that's Dirty D Beats.
Yes. And I wanted to ask you, so what were the things that led you to be so skilled and so talented?
Just the love for music, and just have an ear for music.
So the ear for music is what kept you going and keep it producing and showing your talent to everyone.
Yes.
And do you see yourself being this phenomenal producer?
Yes, I do. I see myself
Do you
producing.
envision yourself?
I see myself producing for artists, producing commercials.
I really see that for you, for real.
Okay.
The commercial part,
Mhm.
you got the beats for real.
Yeah, I want to score a movie one day, and possibly do music for video games also.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Which video games?
Um,
As far as the video games, which video games? And as far as music artists, who you want to produce?
Video games, any sports game, possibly a fighting game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Something like that.
Yeah.
Who do I like to work with? I like to work with everybody. I love everybody's music.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I could tell by what you produce. I want to hear the one with the rock. You know the one with the
Oh, the
the
one I
rock
played
beats?
the other day?
Yeah. I want
Okay.
you to play that one. That was so cool. every single sample is like different than the one before it.
Mm-hmm.
And then each beat of yours, like you are right. You know how like you explained, like you be watching something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just like produce a beat. You could tell from the different like wide beats that you produce. That's what be going on in your head, you know.
Mm-hmm. This one is called Dirty D Rock Groove. If they can hear it.
The Rolling Stones. As a team together,
Mm-hmm.
and you are just like extremely, extremely talented, and I wanted to have you here so that people, not only the people that are part of the station can know more about you, but also the world
Right.
to know about you, because I know like you're so preserved and so humble.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I had to have you on my show because I'm not gonna see you for 3 months,
Right.
mashallah.
Mhm.
At least I can go back and say, oh yeah, I remember Derrick.
Yeah.
Until you come back, mashallah.
Mm.
So now I have to do all the engineering, right?
Yeah. Hopefully you was paying attention to me.
Oh, but I was paying Allah was paying attention to there. So far, so like I engineered, right?
Mhm.
Or you, okay, how do you think I've come from like December till now? What do you think of the progress?
You come a long way. You come a long way. When you first started, you used to be distracted a lot. so.
Distracted? Now I'm
Yeah.
focused?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when I first, so Vito was the first one that taught me how to push the buttons and stuff, right? And then he literally put me on the spot. He's like, do this, and I just have to do it. I was like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, shoot. I was literally doing it. He taught me. It was one session.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
It was literally one session. After that one session, it was like live. Yellow, get into it. Just do it. Just do it. Nike, do it. So you guys, it was a great progress, and I just really want to let you know that I really, really, really appreciate you teaching me a skill. This is definitely a skill, and it's one skill, Roger Pennsylvania was telling me. Not a lot of women engineer behind the scenes. This is like a rare moment for me.
Right.
Because you don't hear a lot about women engineers.
Right.
It's mostly the males that run this industry. So to be a part of this great, phenomenal, station, it's just a humble and blessed moment for me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to thank you in person and thank you in front of the whole world.
All right.
Thank you, Derrick.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And so when you come back, what's the plan?
Hopefully y'all learn some new stuff and y'all can show me.
So now when you come back, we have to teach you?
Right. Yeah.
See, the learning circle never ends. It's always a cycle that keeps going. Like, there's so much to learn, so much knowledge.
Right.
And it's just like you have to have like an open mind about learning in this world, because we don't know everything.
Right.
And we literally die not knowing everything. That's the crazy part.
I know.
We just come for like a glimpse and leave. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't get to see everything.
Nope.
But I want to see everything before I die.
You gotta live a long time.
I wrote in my contract 124 years old. Now I just have to go exercising.
Gotta eat right too.
I gotta eat right. Yes. So we only have a couple more minutes left to the show, and I wanted to do another station break, and from there we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna basically talk about the future plans. We remind our viewers about your social media, how they can reach you, and until next week, right?
Right.
All right, you are watching Everyday People Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all top social media platforms. Make sure you like and you comment, you share, and you subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. And, and thank you so much to our sponsor, Pink Cab Express Incorporation. And if you would like to be a sponsor on Everyday People on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, you can hit this Cash App, capital J, 112233, capital W. All right, and let's continue with Mr. Derrick Smith. And what is your advice to in these last few moments? What is your advice to anyone who's watching right now, as far as like pursuing their talents and sharing their gifts with the world?
I would say keep striving to do what you set out to do. Try to surround yourself with like-minded people to help you, because you can't do everything by yourself. And if you're a God-fearing person, always keep God first in your life, and that's about it.
Yes, and I always say there can't be a God without a goddess, right?
Right.
There can't be a God without a goddess. We can't leave that part not to talk about, but that's a really, really good advice for everyone. And if you can please remind everybody of your social media again, where they can reach you to do beats for them.
Okay, Facebook is Derrick Smith. Twitter is Derrick S2. SoundCloud is Dirty D Beats. And my email is dwsmith70@hotmail.com.
All right. And the last 5 minutes we're going to use, what's your message to a person who influenced you? Who influenced you so far?
My message to them,
Yeah.
or I don't know what my message is to the person that influenced me.
Well, I know it took a lot of people to influence you to get to this point.
Mhm.
So, what is your message to the people that influenced you out here in the world?
Respect your elders. They may talk a lot, but if you listen to them, you'll pick out different things that they're saying that you'll see later on in life. You may not see it now, but as you get older, the things they're talking about will come to light.
Well, you're right about that. You're right. But, it is very, very important to actually respect our elders, but it's also important for the elders to also respect the younger generation, because they also have both. Everyone has something to offer. You know what I mean? Everyone has life experiences, and it's just like, even though people go like the different life frequencies. I say frequencies because even though we all live in the same moment in time, we all go through different experiences, and we operate on different levels of intelligence, and it's just what you experience is what you give. But that is a really, really good advice, and for those of you who keep tuning in every week to Everyday People, every Thursday, I have special guests. And next week, my special guest is going to be Cherokee. And Cherokee was the one that did a movie with me and with Luna. I call her Luna. Luna. We did The Unknown Soldier. And we shot The Unknown Soldier. And The Unknown Soldier was about human trafficking in the Middle East and Afghanistan. But most importantly, The Unknown Soldier is about soldiers, particularly who take a risk, who sacrifice their life to help others, not just in the U.S., but all around the world. They stand up for the right things. And it's never talked about what those soldiers do. You know what I mean? We never have like a full episode of like different soldiers coming in to talk about what they do to save people's lives and the things and the risks that they take for the good of all humans. And it's a very, very important topic to talk about. Our veterans and the military. And this Friday is Veterans Day.
Yep.
And I want to basically send all my love to all the veterans out there that basically put in the work and put in the time to think about everyone, not just themselves, not just their families, but everyone else's good and families. And I always supported the military, and I always respected the military, and I never understood the type of influence and the type of work that they do out here until I started like visiting cemeteries for the past 3 years, and just like visiting like different military or veterans, you know what I mean? And just like putting flowers on their gravesite. It made me appreciate the type of safety and the type of love that we have here in the U.S. And it took all of them to be able to be in the situation that we are in the United States. It's pretty safe. It's pretty safe compared to other countries. And one thing for sure, they fight for our they fight for us, for the people. And I just want to send all my love and all my thanks to all of you for what you do and what you have done, and what you continue to do. Much appreciated. Much love. All right. Yalla. Thank you so much for tuning in on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, with your host, Jesus Washington, and my special behind the scenes engineer and multi-talented Derrick Smith. All right. Till next time. See you all next time.